next guest travelled to the region during the information blackout, obtaining this rare footage. Remarkable images shot for the New York Times that you are seeing here. And combat photographer and author Finbarr O'Reilly joining me now. And these images, these pictures that you shot, that our viewers are seeing now, Finbarr, are truly remarkable. Describe for in your words, if you will, what you found and what these images reflect.
Yes, I can't see the images, but I think it's the ones of the prisoners of war being marched
Correct.
through the city of Mekelle, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that day was, several days after the Tigrayan forces had retaken the regional capital of Mekelle, and initially there'd been huge celebrations that the government forces had left and that the Tigrayan fighters had moved back into the city, and then several days after that, I was out driving, having a look around, and I just saw this massive column of prisoners of war who I'd initially encountered in the mountains 7 days earlier when the Tigrayan forces were winning the battles against the Ethiopian troops. And they had told us they captured several thousand. We visited the camp where these prisoners were being held. But I didn't know that they were going to be marched into town on that particular day. And I just saw this column that stretched for more than a mile of several thousand. We were told 7,100 on that day. It may have been closer to 6,000. It's not entirely sure. But initially, it was the Tigrayan fighters escorting them. They'd been walking for more than a day from the mountains. And as they got into the center of town, more and more of the population crowded onto the roadside, and were cheering the Tigrayan fighters and jeering the Ethiopian troops whose eyes were downcast, and they were looking very defeated at that particular time. But there was a sense of joy, relief, and a venting of frustration. The population was shouting not slogans, but shouting against the Ethiopian soldiers. Some of them saying that these are the ones who attacked us, who killed our families, who raped our women. And the Tigrayan fighters were keeping some of the crowd away from the prisoners. And it was something. I've been covering conflicts for decades, and I've never seen a spectacle quite like this. It was remarkable.
And finally, what is your sense, just of having been on the ground and witnessing what you did, of where this country is headed at present?
It is a hugely complicated situation for the country. And, the Tigrayan leadership has said that they will push as far as necessary to expel the forces that they say have been committing all these atrocities. And that could include going as far as Asmara in Eritrea, a neighboring country. So the thing is now, Tigray is blockaded largely in terms of there's no communication there's no phone network, there's no internet, there's very little movement of people and supplies, even for the UN and for humanitarian assistance to these hundreds of thousands you said are, as you pointed out, are suffering from hunger. So the people that I spoke to there, it was never, from what I understood from the people I spoke to, that Tigrayans didn't want independence necessarily. That wasn't something they went in seeking. But the wounds that have now been inflicted on them, the psychological and physical wounds, are so deep and so painful that many people I spoke to there said it would be difficult for them to go back to being part of Ethiopia as it was before. So what is not clear is whether there can be a political solution for Tigray to remain as part of the country that it's been, or whether this could be leading to other things, as we saw with the war between Eritrea when it separated from Ethiopia decades ago. So that's not clear, but certainly this is not a conflict that is over now and doesn't appear to be ending anytime soon.